Alright, what's up guys? This is Ryan from Elevate Security, and in this video I wanted to cover another topic that has come up a few times down in the comments section below, and I thought now would be a pretty good time to make a video like this because we've been talking a lot on this channel recently about web app vulnerabilities and just going over the items on the OSCP as far as what will be the most beneficial to really master, really spend a lot of your time in. As you see, the largest portion of that so far has been on web apps. Like, I've made several videos consecutively on various web app vulnerabilities, how to exploit them, and why they're important on the exam. So the same goes of course for pen testing on the job itself. And so in this video, I wanted to talk about, answer the question really, can developers get into the field of security? Now, if you know a little bit about my backstory, is I actually came from the IT operations side. Even though in college I went for like a security related degree, and I knew for sure that I wanted to get into this field, like many people that end up joining security. It's not where I started out. It's not where most people start out. It's not really considered an entry-level job, as I've said before. It's more viewed as a more senior position because, how are you going to break into something if you don't know how that thing works, right? So that's why the most common paths, in fact, are, IT operations, developers and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely to answer that question quickly, I would say absolutely, developers can get into security, and not only that, they're actually at quite an advantage coming from there. I mean, it should come as no surprise when we see all of the web app based stuff that you find on OSCP and in pen testing in general. But yeah, it really gives you an advantage, not only in the future when you go from being a developer to being a security person, offensive security, pen tester, whatever it is you're going for. Not only will it benefit you then because you're going to have a skill set that not everyone has, the ability to code, the ability to understand how these applications are built so that you can better attack them. But you might find yourself in a niche role on a red team, for example, where maybe you're doing a lot of the tool development. You're developing some tools for your team to use, or maybe you're really good at writing payloads and obfuscating them to avoid antivirus and stuff like that. And there's a lot of red team need for people who can code, people who can develop tools that are not well known and flagged by antivirus, and come up with creative ways to avoid detection and stuff like that. So there's certainly a lot of ways where you can flex your development skills on the job and really provide a lot of value to the team you're on as well. So yeah, honestly it's a great background to have. In addition to that, as a developer, you really benefit immediately. Like, say you're still working as a developer, but your goal is to go over to offensive security, right? So you begin to dig into this stuff on your own. You begin to look up what these different web app vulnerabilities are, play around with Burp Suite a little bit, start exploiting some of this stuff. Let me just tell you from a guy on the other side of the table, from a security perspective, I couldn't tell you how many times I've been sitting in meetings with other developers, and I would say like 98% of them, 99% of them have absolutely no clue about security. So what happens because of that, right, is, obviously, if you're a developer, you already know that a lot of times you guys are on deadlines, you got tight deadlines, you got sprints, you're always in a sprint, right, for the next release and then the next release. And so what happens is you guys get into like this mode where you got to write this code really fast and you got to get security approval. So if there's any hangups, security is often viewed as a roadblock. But part of the reason why it's a roadblock is because the developers they don't know anything about security to begin with. So as a developer, if you're more security minded, if you're more security aware, security conscious, whatever term you want to use here, then you can actually save your team a lot of time by writing code that's secure in the first place, so that way you don't have to go back to the drawing board, when you have only a few days left before the release and you failed, your scans came out with a bunch of vulnerabilities, and now you got to scramble to fix them. If you just understood the security side from the start, which if you're aspiring to be on the offensive side, you're going to have a huge leg up over the competition. So that can end up saving you a lot of time, a lot of headache, a lot of heartache, certainly. I know, because I see this all the time, and I'm the one having to push back and be the roadblock. But really, if these developers knew more about security, this could have been avoided, definitely. And that's a huge advantage that you're going to get immediately. So even if you don't plan on, or if you're on the fence about joining offensive security, that's fine. If you learn this stuff even as a hobby, as an interest, this is going to greatly increase the value that you bring to the corporate world. And if you can increase your value, then you can increase your demands in terms of your salary and what you get paid, what kind of benefits you have. So there's a lot of incentive to just be as valuable as you possibly can, right? So either way, I would say, and as a developer, don't think that, oh, I'm not in security, I'm a developer, I'm sealed, my fate is sealed on this path. I'm here to tell you that's absolutely incorrect, because you have tremendous potential to succeed in the field of offensive security. And if that is something that you're set on, or really considering, even a little bit considering, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to keep creating this content where I'm going really hands-on, doing some hacking. And a little announcement, if you stuck with me through the video thus far to this point, starting Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be live streaming some live hacking on boxes. So if you have any kind of interest in offensive security, pen testing whatsoever, definitely check it out. Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. So I guess that'd be 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be hacking boxes live. And now there's a lot of content out there, right? There's a lot of content out there that, they have videos on doing CTFs and stuff like that, but it's always coming from the perspective of they already exploited the box and they're just stepping you through how they did it, right? And that's valuable, don't get me wrong. I watch those videos, I gain value from that content, but I think there's something to be said about the content where the content creator doesn't already know how to exploit the box, maybe doing it for the first time, right? Doing it live in front of you guys. And that way you can really see, I'm not saying that I'm like this super elite hacker, like I'm the best hacker or anything like that. I'm learning same as you guys. I'm going for my OSCP, so I'm doing this practice anyways. I figure why not bring you guys along for the ride since I can, and you'll really get to see inside how I'm thinking and how I'm kind of working through these boxes live. You can kind of get a better feel for my methodology, and maybe it can help you guys out as well in your pursuits of learning this craft, honing your craft, maybe getting OSCP or whatever your goals happen to be. I'd love to know what they are. Let me know down in the comments section below. And of course, if you have any content that you would like to see, things that you would like to get clarified or get some help with when it comes to all things offensive security, be sure to leave them down in the comments section below. I hope you found this of value. If you did, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. It helps out with the YouTube algorithms. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.